Hi guys, welcome to Talk to Me Tuesday for Tuesday, May 17th, 2016. This is Jennifer. You know when you have one of those weeks where you think you didn't get anything done, but when you look back on the week, you realize you did a whole lot of stuff? I had one of those weeks, not just crafty-wise, but real life-wise. My son's graduating in a couple weeks, my daughter's home from college for a couple weeks, and it's just been this really crazy, very busy time, and I have a ton to show you, so we're just gonna jump right in. I was the super lucky second chance recipient of the drawing last month. Vicky won the drawing first of all from Wonder Woman, and Laura let me know that she pulled my name second, and so she sent me not only the prize, but a bunch of stuff for Linus, and it's some great stuff, so I want to share. First is the yarn. She sent me both the yarn and the fabric, and I will probably use some and I'll share some. This one, I'm almost positive will go with the blanket that I'm already crocheting. I say almost positive because I've been working on it off and on for months. When we got the kittens last year, who are now over a year old and not so much kittens anymore, they are not really, let's just say, cooperative. They're not cooperative with the crocheting, so I'm still working on that blanket, but I think this will go with it. She also sent me these super beautiful fat quarters. I just love these, and if you look, you can see that they have, that one feels fatter. That feels like a half yard, maybe a whole yard. That's a big piece. But these are wonderful and sparkly, and they all go together, which is a bonus. She also sent me a tiny bottle of Best Press, and if I haven't mentioned it before, I love Best Press, and I had been thinking of a way to have a little bottle for my to-go kit, because I do so occasionally, not very often, every couple months or so, I will sew away from home. So I'm going to put this in my to-go kit because it is the perfect size. Laura also sent me some really fun fabrics for Linus, and I have to show you guys this because it's adorable. So cute. I'm loving the cat panel, which has not only a tabby cat that reminds me of my dearly departed Tackett, but Orange Kitty. There's also some really fun Coca-Cola flannel, and I may do something with this myself for Linus because Linus is on Saturday and I have not done a whole lot, and I'll get to that in a minute. So that is everything that Laura sent me. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I usually decline the prize, but I just decided not to this time. When you offered it to me, I thought, you know, why not? I make a video every week, so it's a little fun occasionally to get a prize, and you guys know that I will probably share at least part of that because I do give away a lot of my own prizes and stuff. So you might see some of those pop up again in another prize, or I might make something for somebody and surprise you in the mail. Also, Friday or Saturday, I got a message from Hard Hat Cat, who is planning yet another epic birthday party for one of her very lucky children, and she was asking if I could do some buttons. As it turns out, Connell is very into the Thunderbirds, which is a 1960s children's show. I think it's a children's show. Anyway, she asked me if I would make some buttons, and I do occasionally do commissions, but for this one it's a freebie because she is always sending wonderful things to my kids. My daughter has an extensive Phantom collection, and she regularly sends Tim Tams to my son, and she sends me goodies, so of course I'm going to do it and send it to Connell for his birthday. I have an entire bag that I made for her. Kat did the designs and I just put them on the buttons. And I also experienced having kids who were super into shows that were not on anymore and having to figure out ways to do birthday parties and other things. There we go. That reflected that without breaking the banks. Because I already have a button maker, this is a super easy thing for me to do. And because I already had the images and I was having some fun with that, I pulled out my sticker maker, which I haven't used in forever, and I did the same images in stickers. So there's a whole set of stickers here for you too, Kat. So that was one of the little things that I did. Another thing that I was doing, I was helping my daughter work on her cosplay for RTX, which is in July. She is going to be the security guard from Five Nights at Freddy's. I haven't done much digitizing, just a tiny bit. I had shown you guys the design I did for Alita's bag, and so the next thing that I did, and this is the second version, the first one is in the trash because it was unrecognizable. I found this software called Sewhooked. It has a 30-day demo, and I was not having a whole lot of luck doing this particular thing in my EQ Stitch software, which was converting an image. I didn't want to have to draw it from scratch, and you have to do that in EQ, so I wanted something to convert, and this seems like a really good option. So this is Freddy. I found this image from Five Nights at Freddy's, and I made this patch in Photoshop, and then I converted it in Sewart. Like I said, 30-day free trial. And then just on a whim, I started looking up putting embroidery on hats, and I found a couple of tutorials on YouTube, and I embroidered this one directly on the hat. I'm not 100% happy with it because it's a little higher. I would have liked it closer to like there. On my home machine, I couldn't flatten the brim quite enough. My daughter's super happy with it, so we're just gonna leave it. If I'd had this in mind to start with, I would have not put this black oval, but I was thinking patch and not like stitching right on the hat. But I learned oodles from doing this, and just there's some good tutorials, and the help is really useful, and the manual is not very long, which is really nice because, you know, I do read instructions. But anyway, so this is done, and she's really happy with this, and like I said, huge learning opportunity. I continued to play with the software because I do have the 30 days. I think I have about 26 left now. And so the next thing I did was this design, which you might recognize as being my website logo. That was version 1, and then this was version 2, which I like even better because it's easier to read. So I haven't tackled Fandom and Stitches yet because it has a lot more layers and different colors and whatever, but I do plan on tackling that, and I really like this conversion software, so I will probably buy it at the end of the 30 days. I'm gonna get as much out of it as I can first before I decide. I mentioned Linus being Saturday and my having not gotten a lot done because I've been doing so many other things, but I did do one tiny thing. This is a beautiful piece of sort of a giraffe print fleece that Amber sent me some time ago, and I turned it into a blanket simply by finding a fun sort of giraffe colored thread, and I just serged all the way around it, and so this will go to Linus on Saturday. I have just a couple more quick things. Our Prince tribute went up on fandomandstitches.com on Saturday, and there were some really lovely designs from our designers, and this was mine. Amber tested the block for me, and then I did the stitching, which says "Let Me Guide You," which is a line from Purple Rain. It was a very bittersweet post for me to put together, and there aren't very many official Prince videos, so I just decided not to put any because I didn't want to link to a video to someone who just put it up to get ad revenue. I just left it without videos, got all these beautiful patterns up, and I hope that if you are working on a Prince design and you haven't submitted it yet, if you want to submit it, please do. I still have not received my Quilt Maker magazines from the manufacturer, from the warehouse where they ship them from. I have lots of orders, so if you have pre-ordered, you should have gotten a message from me saying that I'm still waiting. I will have them in the mail as soon as they are here, and I am very sorry for the delay. My favorite things is on Sewhooked.com. You can get all of these patterns in my Craftsy shop for this one's $2, $2, those two together $2, $2. That is craftsy.com/sewhooked. Don't miss the new Minions post tomorrow on Fandom and Stitches. We have another fun post for that quilt along, and I feel a little bit distracted and crazy with all the stuff going on in my life. I will definitely see you next week. I have no idea if I will have show and tell, but I will be back, and I hope you have a great week, and I hope you have a crafty week, and I will see you then. Bye.